Welcome to the Afterspin, opinions from thought leaders across North Carolina. Chris and John on this week. What's the spin for the liberals? What's the spin for the conservatives going into the November election cycle? What's going to be the biggest issue that we see, and what will be Donald Trump's impact? Give us a prediction on turnout. Full review of elections. John.
I think the turnout will be pretty good for this midterm election. There is a lot of energy on the left regarding Donald Trump and some issues, and on the right regarding Donald Trump and some issues. Separate from the Trump matter itself, you can see that Republicans, both nationally and arguing at the federal level, want to make the economy and to some extent tax reform and tax reduction key themes. The economy's doing well under our leadership, and you have more money in your pocket. Democrats are making the health care argument and the education argument. In North Carolina context, education will be better, they say, under the Democrats, and then under the Democrats, they would expand Medicaid and otherwise strengthen the health care system. Both parties actually have figured out something smart here, because if you ask people in polls what they care about, those are basically the issues that they care about. So it's not as if they're wandering off on tangents. These are the main messages of the two parties, and probably the main messages voters want to hear about.
Chris?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I do think there's a lot of wild cards in there. Trump clearly is a big factor. The Democrats want to talk more about him than the Republicans do, especially in the urban areas. And we don't know, as we sit here and talk about it, if things will be dramatically worse for Donald Trump, if the investigation continues, if new revelations keep coming. At some point, Republicans are going to have to figure out a strategy to try to separate themselves from Trump, which then alienates a significant part of the Republican base. So it's a touchy issue. Democrats, on the other hand, remember, are fighting gerrymandered districts in North Carolina. They do want to talk, I think, as John mentioned, about health care and education, even things like the minimum wage. A lot of people still aren't benefiting from the economy. Republicans clearly want to talk about the national economy overall and the trends. The reports that came out this week about the performance in the second quarter of 2018. So it is an election between Republican issues and Democratic issues. I've been interested that the tax cut or tax reform plan hasn't been as successful, I think, in early polling and other efforts by Republicans. But fundamentally, this election, if the Republicans are going to have, the Democrats are going to have a big win, Trump's going to have to continue to struggle, and I think that's likely.
Thank you for watching the Afterspin. More videos all during the week on ncspin.com.